Hi guys and welcome back to Sports Go HD and welcome back to the QPR series. Today we've got a game against Brighton in the FA Cup, and to be honest the game isn't really the interesting thing in this episode as far as I'm concerned. It's now the January transfer window and so far things have gone okay. They could have gone a lot worse, but they could have gone a hell of a lot better. Got to recap how we've done in the Europa League as well as the Premier League. I guess what I just said is true for both the Premier League and the Europa League campaigns we've had so far. But I'll reveal all in the fixtures in just a second. Transfers, I'm tracking a couple of players which I'll explain why I will be signing them, or hopeful of signing at least one of them, either on loan or permanent as the video progresses. So first of all, we'll look at the fixtures. So last episode's live com was against CSKA Moscow in the Europa League, and we lost 2-0. That was away at the Luzhniki, so really tough place to go. Wasn't expecting a result, and it didn't happen. So we lost 2-0, which is disappointing, but it meant it was all to play for against Trabzonspor. Then we played against Chelsea away from home and drew 1-1. Thomas Ince getting the goal. Then we played Sunderland at home, won 3-0. Rhys Williams, Adam Milson, and Juraj Okore scored for us. Very convincing, obviously. Nothing more to report there. Then we played Aston Villa, and we lost 2-0. And that was really odd, because I think they were bottom of the league. I don't know if they are at the moment, but they were bottom of the league at the time, and we were on a bit of a run of form. Other than the CSKA Moscow game, had we? Oh no, we'd not lost in 2 games. Chelsea, we should have, great result. Sunderland, great result. But then to go to Villa and lose 2-0 was really annoying. But then Trabzonspor in the Europa League, we won 4-1. Wilfred Zaha got a goal, Theo Walcott and Adam Wilson got 2. It was like, I don't know, Zaha just seemed to up his game to a whole new level. He was simply incredible in this game. He pulled all the strings. I think he assisted the Walcott goal and one of the Adam Wilson goals. He was just formidable. Great performance, and all of that meant in the Europa League we did qualify as the runner-up. Trabzonspor got knocked out. So we did progress, and you probably already seen the game. It's Atletico Madrid in the Europa League knockout. We've got Atletico Madrid. The other I didn't mean that to happen. The other ties are Newcastle versus Lille, myself against Atletico Madrid, Gladbach versus Norwich, Lokomotiv Moscow Lorient, Dynamo Kiev versus Chelsea, Malaga Hanover, Montpellier Napoli, Galatasaray CSKA Moscow, AZ versus Dnipro, SK Rapid Vienna versus Ajax, Jerusalem versus Zenit, Genk versus City, PSG Sporting, Schalke Barca, Milan Fenerbahce, Basel Copenhagen. So as far as I'm concerned, that's basically a Champions League tie. That's incredible. The amount of quality in this competition. So our chances of winning it are almost 0. So then we got, after that Trabzonspor game, we did go to play Everton and drew 0-0. Not too bad, because Everton are always a bogey team, so I'm not too disappointed to draw that game. Then we played Arsenal, and as expected, we did lose 1-0. Arsenal, of course, a very good team. Okore scored an own goal in this game and got injured, so not a great day for him at all. Then we played Man United and won 2-1. Adel Taarabt and Theo Walcott got a 93rd minute goal. This was a real tactical battle. It just seems like I was constantly making little tweaks just to try and get a little bit of an edge, and it seemed to work. 2-1 obviously, so great stuff there. All that means is in the Premier League we are currently sitting in 8th. No games in hand, or certainly not on the teams immediately above us, so all pretty even at the moment. But if we win our next Premier League game, obviously today is an FA Cup game. If we win, we can move up a couple of places. So it's all still on. We can still qualify for the Europa League, which I think in the Premier League that's my objective. So realistically, considering how tough the Europa League draw is, the FA Cup has to be a competition I have to go after. Now, although in the past I've said I will not be rotating for live comps because it just seems to affect my performances, today, as you can see, I have to. We're missing Rhys Williams. He's away at the Asian Cup or something like that with Australia. Bia's away at the internationals as well. Samar, Taarabt, Okore all injured. Diakite is fatigued. Adam Milson, I don't know why, I've just not picked him because I'm rotating him out. Rest him a little bit because he's been playing quite a lot. So you can see it's quite a rotation a little bit. Playing the 4-4-2 formation. But Brighton are without a manager. They've sacked whoever their manager was at the time. I don't know if it was Gus Poyet, but they've sacked whoever it was. So they're managerless, so we got a strong chance, I hope. 3 at the back, that's brave. 3 at the back against this team. That's brave. Okay. Brave or stupid? Now, as I was saying about transfers, my phone goes off. I'm hoping to make a bit of a splash with regards to transfers because our form has been inconsistent, as you've seen, and we are down the table, and we're not. I don't think we'll do very well in the Europa League because I think we'll go out to Atletico Madrid, and that's fair enough. That's realistic. So I'm not too fussed about that one. But I think we do need to make a splash because Cisse, although he's playing today, and so is Cesar, both of them are showing their age a lot. Their form has dropped. They've got to go basically. Whether or not I'll get rid of them now, I think I tried to sell Cisse, but got no takers. That was a great one there by Junior Hoylett. I offered him out for like £1 million or something, but no takers. So it looks like he'll be staying at least till the summer. Cesar, I'm not going to get rid of him because I just don't see us getting a buyer, really, to be honest. So I think I'll look to move them on in the summer. And then probably in the summer, Amada will come back from wherever he's on loan at. John Junior Hoylett, cross it. Go on, Redmond, 1-0, good stuff. But I think with regards to strikers, now with the strikers, I'm sort of a bit of a dilemma because players I'm looking at, I think it's Lorenzo Insigne or Signi from Napoli. Looking at him, I'm looking at Abel Hernandez, who actually plays for Palermo in real life, but he's at Milan on this. I'm looking at him and Kevin Gamero from PSG. I think 2 of them are on loan, 1 of them's a permanent. But I'm only going to make 1 of them, only 1 signing. I think. Now, the reason I say I'm in a bit of a... I've got a bit of a dilemma because Junior Hoylett, strikes it wide. Dilemma is I've got Bennett and Fierro out on loan, so I'm a little bit reluctant to make a transfer and buy someone because it may involve 48 months. Some of the transfer may have to go over that just to afford somebody. And I think I can do it with a loan deal. I think a loan deal will do it. I just need someone to spark something short term, maybe a loan with a view to a permanent, because if I were to make a buy, sign someone, then I've got them permanently. And it's just awkward because it means that when I want Fierro back at QPR next season, definitely Fierro. Bennett will probably go back out on loan somewhere. That was a great shot by Rodwell. Bennett will probably go back out on loan somewhere to get more experience, but I think Fierro will definitely be back. But I need someone now, and I don't think I put a recall clause back into Fierro's loan. And he's playing all the time out at Udinese, so I don't want to recall him. I don't think he'll be the spark that will do it for us. So it's not really what we're looking for at the moment. In the future, yeah, I'll bring him back, as I say, next season. But I need someone. Cisse, that's a good goal. Just as I was saying, he's passed it, he's scored. But it is against Brighton, who are playing 3 at the back without a manager. So, you know, I think last season was Cisse's last hurrah. What was he like? One of the top goal scorers in the Premier League and in Europe, I think it was at one point. It was ridiculous. Last season, I think, was his last hurrah. So, going to be looking to move him on. Plus, him and Cesar, are both on big wages. So, look to get rid of them, get rid of their wages. Hopefully, start to cut our costs a little bit. Because obviously some big wages at this club are for players who actually don't deserve it, and it will just continue our transformation of this team. Because obviously we've brought it a long way, so a long way to go though. As I was saying earlier about the Trabzonspor game, Wilfried Zaha has hit a real run of form lately. He's been insanely good because, I mean, he finally looks like he's adapted to playing as a winger. He's not as inside forward winger sort of thing. He's not a bright green. He's not a natural player there yet, which I find amazing because he's been training there non-stop since we've had him. But he's still not got it, and I think I've only played him like 1 or 2 times up front. Every time he plays on the wing, but he's not got it yet. But he seems to be, as an awful shot there by Goodwillie. He seems to finally have been able to hit some form. He's cutting in nicely and having some shots. He's finishing in composure a little bit low in terms of attributes, and it shows when he gets in front of goal. But that's a good goal there, but Victor Andrade. Oh, it's been disallowed. Apparently he was offside. And he's actually crossing. As I was saying earlier, he did do a couple of assists. He assisted Theo Walcott and Adam Wilson for some goals. So he's finally coming good for us. And to be honest, actually, on other FM saves, I've tried to buy him outright just to see if I get him to do anything different, just out of curiosity. Oh, penalty. And you have to pay like 5, 7, up to £10 million to buy him, and he's not worth it, to be honest. But obviously in this one, I believe I did throw in a couple of players and got him on the cheap, with a couple of players included. Cisse scores it 3-0 to us. This game's as good as over. I'm going to look to bring off somebody. I don't know who. Let's pause this. Andrade, do I take him off? I'm going to put Wilfried Zaha on. And take Gibbs off. He's 82% fitness. That's not great, so take him off too. Do that. Okay, and play. This one looks as good as over. I think in the summer. Also another reason I just reminded myself. Another reason I don't want to make a permanent deal now in terms of transfers is because in the summer I've offered a contract to Seydou Doumbia. The CSK Moscow is available on a free transfer. I've offered him a deal, which is ridiculously cheap wages for a player of his quality. So he hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be joining us in the summer on a free. So that's another reason I don't want to make a permanent now, because I want him to be able to play and be the replacement. Andrade 4-0. It's a bit of a rout now. Andrade, I think he can be the replacement for Cisse, I think. And another one. There's loads of good players actually available. Good clearance there by Fowlin. Andrade actually has been a great player so far. From what he has played, when he does play, he does really, really nicely. But he's still young, so I am aware of his fitness and how fatigued he gets and stuff like that. So I'm just slowly introducing him to Premier League football, and it seems to be working really nicely so far. He's actually developing a lot. As I was saying though, Bayern Munich have got a couple of players available on frees. I think it's Luis Gustavo. I think it's him, the midfielder. I think he's available on free. I'll have a look at that after this game actually. The game's done now, but I'll have a look now. I think there's a couple of players. They're not interested. It says they're not interested, but who knows? Come the end of the season, they might be. So again, I want to be aware of that and keep the squad, the numbers in the squad down a little bit, so I can accommodate them should that arise. Cisse leaves them purring. Of course, typical. As soon as I say he's done, he turns in a great performance. He's not been bad at all. Like, you see his goal record. I'm not saying he's done really badly. I just think he's not up to the standard he was last year. He scored 7 goals so far, but you look last year, 24 goals in 31 games. It's just the stats speak for themselves. But with regards to transfers, I am looking at Seydou Doumbia, as I was saying, on a free for the end of the season. That deal's going through work permit now. Gamero, Abel Hernandez, Lorenzo Insigne on frees. Loan deal for Gamero. That's more or less done, and I can complete it if I want to. But I'm holding fire on that one because I think, which one is it? There's one of them is someone competing with me for the transfer. Yeah, Abel Hernandez might go to Newcastle, Roma, or Sao Paulo. So in case that happens, he's my preferred choice actually. Then I'll go for Insigne. I don't know how you say his name. I might move for him. And then Frank Tabanu. This guy is I've offered him a deal, but again, lots of interest from Stoke, Frankfurt, Pescara and Sevilla. So whether or not that one will happen, I don't know yet. I keep hitting the wrong button. With regards to players who are available on frees at the end of the season, if we have a look, and yeah, there's like Johan Gouffran, Rasmus Elm, great player. That's not the Diego that plays for Wolfsburg, it's a different one. There's Luis Gustavo from Bayern Munich. There's Jerome Boateng, the former Man City player, available, brother of Kevin Prince Boateng. Karim at 8 Fana, he's good, he's available. Who else? There's somebody else I remembered I was looking at. Oscar Cardoza, he's old, 31 years old, but great stats, but physically not very good anymore. Jose Altidore, a player I've been tracking since day one. Whether or not I'll move for him, I don't know yet. I guess it all depends. Yaya Sanogo. He's always been a beast on previous FMs. Or he's always joining someone. Oh, I can't do that one. How are we doing for time? 16 minutes. Okay, I'll wrap this one up. So, we're through in the FA Cup. Leave a like for that one. We've got Europa League games against Atletico Madrid. I'll come back for the Forest game, Nottingham Forest. We should, it is a game of course, so anything could happen, be alright this month. Reading, Sunderland, West Ham, Blackburn, Fulham should all be winnable games for this QPR team. Whether or not that will be the case or not, I don't know, obviously, because you can see, just look at these games here from CSK Moscow down to Brighton. That's inconsistency, so I don't know. But after that, we to be honest, we have to do okay in these games, because after Nottingham Forest, you've got Man City, Atletico Madrid, Liverpool, Atletico Madrid, West Brom's never easy, Tottenham, Newcastle, and then we play the likes of Swansea, Wolves, Stoke. Wolves I'm dreadful at, you guys know. Chelsea, Man United, Everton, Villa. So it's not easy. Got to do well in January. This month could be do or die for us, because if it goes wrong and we drop to say 11th, 12th, then our season could really be hanging by a thread. So leave a like for the win, and I'll see you guys for the Nottingham Forest game.